Hey everyone, my name's Gunther, and welcome back to Oasis Zoo. In our last episode, we built up Aardvark Alley, and we're quite happy with how it turned out. Although, you know what, we do need to get a name on our exhibits to help differentiate everything. But in today's episode, I think we're going to start working on our first arid animal DLC, which is going to be the Sandcat. And I've done some thinking and some planning, and I have a feeling we're going to build it right about here. It's going to be an indoor habitat. Now, there's a reason for that, though. Even though we are in the desert, and everything kind of fits with the idea of putting the sandcat here. Sandcats are nocturnal. And the reason why they're nocturnal is because it's actually too hot for them during the day. So they come out at night when it's a little bit cooler. So in reality, in an exhibit like this, we would actually have them in a climate controlled building. And this would allow them to come out during the day when our guests are in the zoo so they can actually see and interact. And then at night, they can actually go and sleep and hang out. So that's the reason why we're building an indoor habitat for an arid animal when we're in the arid desert. That being said, the reason why we're going with the sandcat is actually the Discord had a say in this. We took a little bit of a vote, and it seems like the resounding response was to build the sandcat exhibit, and I'm very interested to see how that turns out. That being said, we also need to figure out a few things. Number one is we have this giant open area that we need to satisfy, and I think in our next episode we're going to build up our entrances. So we're going to have a giant welcome center. I'm going to try to incorporate maybe a gift shop over here. I have a plan in my head, and hopefully it'll turn out. But suffice to say, we're here to build the Sandcat exhibit today. As always, just going to do a quick shout out at the beginning of the episode. If you're feeling up to it, subscribe. If not, that's okay, but it does let me know I'm doing a really good job. Otherwise, feel free to come over to the Discord. We are in the midst of challenges. I think right now we're, by the time this episode posts, we would have already announced the winner of our first challenge. But if you want to join in and join the second challenge. I have some really cool ideas that we want to work out. But suffice to say, we're here to build a new habitat. So let's dive right in. Welcome to Giza Alley. It took a bit, but I am quite impressed with this build. Now, the idea behind it is pyramids. So when you think of a desert zoo, and you think it's in the near the top of the continent of Africa, you think Egypt. And when you think Egypt, the one thing you think of probably the most were going to be pyramids. So we've named this Giza Alley. Now, it's not my name. I actually want to give a shout out. Somebody in our Discord, one of them kindly provided the name. I was sharing. I had a name. I was like, it was a placeholder name. It was a little bit dark, but it was a placeholder name, and they suggested Giza Alley. And you know what? I think it fits so well. So we have seen the birth of Giza Alley. Now, a few things, I'm just going to pause the game here. A few things that we really kind of, what I really like about it. One, obviously, is the kind of like sandstone bricks that we have going on. And then the way the windows are working out, it's almost like they just got punched out of the wall. And it's almost like we took something that was here already and kind of used it for our own purposes. As you go around, we actually have quite a few viewing points externally. We have one here, and we have another corner one, and then just one more right here before you head down to the entrance to Giza Alley. Now, there's so much we could do with this, and I think I think it would be really cool if we could maybe set up like a shop in here and really make it like a an alleyway that you would find in the city of Cairo. So I think it's pretty cool. Now, as you kind of come in, it's not just home to our sandcat. We've actually adopted our first exhibit. We've adopted the desert horned viper. Now, we still have a few things that we have to get going here. Obviously, we're hoping that they're going to breed. We have one male, one female. I think they actually already have. I think we have 3 now. Do we have 3? Oh, we have a lot more than 3. We're gonna have to. There's a way to manage this. Manage population. There we go. So we should be good. Max population to store and trade center. You know what? We're going to sell for cash, and then we're going to prioritize age. There we go. Something that we're going to do this on the fly. Now, you will notice during the build, we did have a video camera set up, 2 cameras actually set up to kind of look into the burrow where the sandcats are, but did not realize that in doing so, it causes a weird glitch that causes all of your vegetation to flicker, and it's not what we wanted to happen. So, suffice to say, we no longer have it. We can go in if we want, but the reality is we're here to see the sandcats. And actually, speaking of sandcats, there's our first little cat. They're wandering around. We have babies as well. Oh my God, time has passed, as you can tell, where we have 2 little kittens as well. So this is just fantastic. I'm really kind of happy about how we set this little climbing structure up so they can kind of climb up here. I put a scent stone up here, so I'm actually hoping that they're going to oh no, we lost that. No. I'm hoping that they're actually going to go and go up there. That would be, that would just make my day if they were to do that. And then, of course, when you exit our little exhibit, we have a water hose, do not enter sign, some additional kind of things. We've also placed on the roof 2 things. First is we have the air conditioner from the conservation kit. I think it would be really cool to you would naturally see like air conditioner units. And then of course we have these pipes, which technically are used for water. The reality is we're not going to see a whole lot of water in Africa. But suffice to say it is there, and they have the pipe terminates at the bottom right there. And then that's it. It was just to kind of break up because we have a large open space here. At one point I was thinking of kind of like adding a door so you'd have like an entrance to get to the roof and stuff like that, but it would kind of it would break the realism because we would have to have an entrance in like a small room at the very bottom. Well, found another thing we're gonna have to kind of work on fixing, but suffice to say, I think it's still a fantastic build. Now, as always, feel free to drop a like or leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the build. Now, for our next episode, I think we have to address something that we've been pushing off for some time now, which is our visitor center. It's meant to go right here. We have the space planned out for it, but we really need to get that done. And I think enough is enough. We need to get that set up, and then as you enter the zoo, we're going to have this amazing initial area. Then once we do that, we'll also set up this little building, maybe 1 episode for that, depending on how fast I can build it. And then I think we'll have our initial area fleshed out. I would love to hear your recommendations on what you would want to see over here on the right-hand side. It's a very open space I haven't really done a whole lot with, so I'm kind of, would love to get your thoughts on what you would want to see go here. I'm thinking maybe something like the black rhino. I think that would be a really cool animal to kind of get set up there. But suffice to say, it is open for everybody to have a say in it. Now, as always, feel free to leave as always, feel free to subscribe. If not, that's okay. You don't have to, but it does let me know I'm doing a really good job. Otherwise, join the Discord. It's also a really cool way for you to interact. You can actually also have a say in what we're building, where we're going. They actually recommended we build the Sandcat exhibit, so it's something I went through with. But I would love to get everybody else's feedback as well. Again, no pressure though. I don't want you to think that you have to join. All of your comments are things that I've read, and I do try to reply to all comments. And I think it's really fun. And you guys are challenging me, and I appreciate that. And otherwise, just one last thing to say. Ciao for now, everybody.